Many years ago, I had worked a long weekend and commuted home from Chicago. It was late when I finally arrived home, and I was exhausted. I took my luggage and I dropped it inside by the front door. I grabbed a snack and answered a call from a relative. Then I headed straight to the bathroom and drew a hot bubble bath for myself. I shut my curtains before getting into the tub, even though there's nothing but woods behind my home for 3 miles. I was relaxing in the hot bath when I was jolted alert by a hard banging on my front door. My front door was heavy and made of wood, yet the noise of the knocking was very loud. It boomed and traveled down the halls and through to the closed bathroom door. It continued with an urgent bang. I grabbed a towel and, feeling annoyed at the rude, loud knocking, I thought to myself, only my mother would knock so loudly, and she's probably not alone, so I better get dressed. I quickly got dressed as the knocking continued. I approached the front door, and as I reached for the door handle, the knocking stopped. My hand hovered over the doorknob, and the hair on the back of my neck stood up. I felt a cold chill go over me and a sudden feeling of doom. I pulled my hand away from the door handle and reached up to the door shade to peer out into the night. I still expected to see my mother, but the porch was empty. I turned on the light and looked out my driveway. That too was empty. I picked up my phone and called my mother as I peered from my entryway out into the night. I told my mother what had happened as I stood there looking. As we spoke, behind me, I heard the sound of my hall closet door handle twisting ever so slowly, and I turned to see it swing open. I screamed so loud that my mother yelled over the phone. I calmed down to explain that the closet had just opened on its own. She told me to go look inside. I was about 8 feet from the closet. My legs did not want to move. Finally, I was able to look in. It was full of coats and had no real room for a person to be in there. My heart was racing. I was so fearful, I called my neighbor and asked him to drive down and shine his headlights around my house. After inspecting the yard, he concluded that no one was around. Still, I grabbed my suitcases while my neighbor was still in my driveway. I got into my car